I'm John Noser. I'm here with Board Game Geek TV. This is Zev Schlesinger, and we're going to be taking a look at Pandemic in the Lab, the new expansion to Pandemic.
Yes.
So what does this add?
This adds actually a new way to cure disease. It's a very seamless integration using a base mechanic of 5 cards to discover a cure for a disease. But in this way, before you do just a simple be at a research station and get rid of 5 cards, you actually have to bring cubes off the board into the lab and basically study them, grow them, separate them, and then put them in sequence and then cure them.
Oh, okay. So that's going to be, instead of the 5 cards, you'll have to do this cubing manipulation.
Exactly, and you still will be using 5 cards, but in different ways. And I'll just go quickly.
Please.
So the best way to get the way to get the cubes onto the board in the first place is by doing the treat disease action, which everyone knows in the base Pandemic game. You take a cube off the board and then you put it in one of the Petri dishes over here. And you can collect, by the way, it does come with more purple cubes, but yeah, you can start putting them here. One thing to worry about is by putting the cubes over here, you are reducing the supply, and that is still the same way to lose is if you can't put a disease cube there. So you don't want to go crazy and put too many cubes here without watching what's going on there. Once you have there, you can do lab actions. Lab actions are done at research stations. And the various things you can do are, you can move cubes from this dish to the separator here. And what that does is, you can take one of each color from this dish and put it over here. If you went the other way to the centrifuge, you basically take one color and all of that color and move it into that dish there. So you would lose some of the other colors, so you have to watch also what you're putting in the dishes. Once over here, you can put them into the growth dish if you wish, and that will just basically double the number of cubes that you have.
So that's another way to get cubes into the
lab. So it increases it. It does take more cubes and stuff, but so on. But it does help reduce the number of actions you need to bring them here. You can quickly double them over here. Once they're here, and even actually from here and here, if you don't need the growth dish, you can start putting them on the sequence cards. And this is where these come in over here. You can see the various sequence cards. One of the actions you can do is draw a sequence card. We'll just do that, and we'll put that on the board. So basically, this is the sequence that you need to fill with cubes in order to cure a particular disease. Now, the way to do that is, before you start putting cubes here, you have to characterize the sequence, and you do that by discarding a card of a particular color and saying, that's the color I'm going to do. So I didn't bring cards here, but let's say I threw a red card here. That means, and there is a red picture here of a vial, I put the red vial here. By the way, notice the cool vials that we have in the game there. That's basically saying that we're searching for the red cure.
So you're making that a red cure compared to another color cure.
And we have a red card here, so we're using one red card already. And basically what you have to do is move the cubes from here, manipulate them, and fill the spots here. So you need red here, blue here, yellow, 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 and these two are usually of the vial of the color that you need to that. So in this case, red. Correct. Here you need red and red. Now, once you have at least one cube here, someone else or the same person can discard another red card to test the cure. And what you do, so that's your second card, and when you do the test, and it does cost an action, you go on the board and you can remove one cube of that color from the board. So that's very cool.
Yeah, it allows you to grab something from where nobody is.
Exactly. So yes, it helps a trouble spot there, absolutely. And then, once the sequence is complete, then somebody at a research station can discard 3 more cards, and then the cure is found.
So you're still going to need 5 cards.
You're still going to need 5 cards, but one is used for characterizing, and the other is used for testing.
So do you feel like this makes the game harder, or simpler, or just different?
I would say different, yes. Because it adds some difficulty, because you have to do more than the straightforward discard 5 cards, but it adds a nice little twist on how you get to cure the disease, so that's why I would say more different. And of course, there are other things that you can do in the game to make it easier or whatnot, because the game does come with more event cards. There are also new roll cards that we see here.
I'm sure people will want to check those out.
Some of them have, we have different abilities here. Like that. By the way, also there is an eradication simulator, so you can use the vial to show the eradication. So yeah, we have new things, including a new researcher. The reason being is because now she has a lab challenge thing. So some of these have lab abilities. So they have a regular ability and then a lab ability. So that's kind of cool. So those are the new roles that you can add to the base game. But as well, the game allows, it has more purple cubes that you can add. So that's what you need on the brink to play this.
Okay.
The game also offers a team challenge, so you could play 2 versus 2, and I believe you can do 2 versus 2 versus 2. So you can do 3 teams of 2, and you have bonus cards that you can achieve. You all have goal cards you have, so various goal cards, and achievement awards that you can do as well. And basically, you know, the one with the most points, victory points, and so on wins. So like, here's a bonus. You isolated disease sample. Use this card as a Blue City card for shared knowledge or discovering a cure. If it held at the end of the game, it's worth a VP.
And so these are like hidden rolls, so I'm trying to get what?
Exactly,
like
yes. So
6
if you
points
can
per
get,
cure and 1 point per eradication or something like that? And then this team is going for 4 points per cure and 4 points per cure.
And it's all random here. Some of them here you get for a research station you'll get points, and so on. Each outbreak space left. So so you have various goals, and there's a whole bunch here. The game also offers a solo version, so you can play with the CDC helping you out.
Oh, cool. So this is not just
and
playing
has special
2 different
abilities.
roles by yourself? Okay.
Yeah, basically you play a turn, and then the CDC has actions that can do one action out of these choices there.
Okay, so you're doing your full turn, then the disease goes, then the CDC goes, and then the disease. Oh, so it's like a half a turn in between.
It's sort of, yes, exactly, yes. So interrupting, but they help out. They can move a player, they can reassign a role, which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
Exchange data, draw cards, discover a cure.
Oh, cool.
Yep. And by the way, here's like other sequence cards. And basically, you can only cure the disease of the vial that's listed on the card.
Oh, okay.
The first one I showed you had all of them. That's why that was good. But some will only do blue, but you need blue and so on. So yeah, and also it does add a couple more mutation challenges and virulent strains.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
Nice.
So
you got
that
a lot
can make
in
it
here.
more difficult.
Oh,
yes.
yeah. Okay.
Absolutely.
So this is being released at Gen Con?
Yes, we have it here at Gen Con, and I believe it's scheduled for September or so, or maybe even end of this month. I'm not sure.
Okay. So it's going to be coming out soon. Look at your stores. Very exciting.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.